My name is Darryl White, and I grew up in Montreal and Quebec for the most part, with a little bit of time spent in Toronto as well. I was the older of two siblings. Well, my mother was a teacher. She taught English as a second language to folks who were either francophones in Quebec or immigrants into Canada and Quebec. And my father was a manager at an industrial supply business where he started literally on the ground floor, as I did at BMO, and worked there for over 40 years and ended up running the company, as it turned out. There was a lot of loyalty in my family. I've worked at one place as an example for my entire career, and it's this place here at BMO. I was the first in my family to go to university, and higher education was definitely something I did have my eye on as I went through high school. I don't think I ever questioned whether I would do that or not. And I do remember an early mentor to me saying, get your education because it's the only thing that can never be taken away from you. And I really took that to heart. And even through my last couple of years of university, I didn't have a really clear idea of exactly what I wanted to pursue. So I remember very distinctly, yes, being interested in finance, but also being interested in client service, also being interested in marketing, like all of those things, really all of those things. And I couldn't really narrow that cocktail into a career path that was obvious. It was suggested to me, maybe you want to give a shot at investment banking, which is what I did, and I did that for the first many years of my career. And I actually found that through that play, a lot of those different disciplines came into focus all at the same time. And I found it and it found me, and it turned out to be fantastic. There's a lot of anxiety among many of the young folks that I talk to, and that's understandable. The scholars that are in the room tonight, I would say to all of you, the sky's the limit. I mean, you have the potential to have any of the jobs that any of us who have received this award tonight. That's not something I necessarily thought about or realized, but if you have the ability to balance humility with ambition and bring those two things to your place of work every day, your life outside of work every day, you know, you have every potential. That's why you're here, and I think you should wake up every day trying to acknowledge that you have that potential, and then the only question left is how do you achieve it? I think there are a lot of things that are great about the Horatio Alger Association, including to know that anything is possible, and it doesn't matter what means you've come from. And that can be a really challenging hurdle for a lot of people to get over, but the scholars that are here today, you know first and foremost better than anybody that you've had to overcome wherever you came from and whatever you've done to get into this room today, and then to have the trajectory to change other people's lives going forward. And that's just an amazing model that I'm really proud now to be associated with.